All right, I'm going to give you the $1 million question for you to then go and ask representatives of your local law enforcement, the sheriff's department or police department. This is important for any aspect, anybody in the community, but especially those low income or minority communities we know that have been facing a lot of challenges there and need some special attention, where relationships have been strained. Are you ready for the question? Here's the question. How much time do the patrol officers in my neighborhood have to proactively engage the community? That thing is good. Let me give it to you again. Check it out. Listen to the question. How much time do the patrol officers in my neighborhood have to proactively engage the community? You see, that's extremely important because in order to improve the relationships, especially between law enforcement and the Black community, officers have to have the time to proactively engage the community at the neighborhood level. And then here's the next question there, and it'll be interesting to see what the response is, because it should be very tangible. And get this clear, what we're talking about in a week's time or in an 8 or 12-hour shift. How much time? Now check this out. Here's the next question. And what are they trained to do? What are they trained to do to proactively engage? Foot patrols, neighborhood meetings, problem solving, directed patrol. All of this should mean something to your local law enforcement agency or organization. You see, what you have to do is you have to understand the sense of the language and the organization, and you then have to go back and ask, and let's put it this way, support local law enforcement for the efforts there. Let me give you another follow-up. Man, this thing is good. Check this out. And are they evaluated on if they do proactively engage or if they don't? Because the challenge is if a neighborhood, a local level officer for the city or for the county is so busy responding to calls for service, how is he going to do it? How is she going to do it? And here's the other thing. And even if they have the time, what's the evaluation process like? Because if you have officers out there in the neighborhood getting out and shaking hands and understanding and doing specific tangible projects that will bring success, if you have some officers out there doing that, and some officers primarily making arrests, which need to be made, and writing citations, which needs to take place, but those who are writing the citations and making the arrests are the ones who are getting the strong evaluations and the pay raises. Now, what would you do? You see, the law enforcement organization has to go through an internal assessment when it comes to policing, specifically the African American community. Is there a complaint tracking system? What about the early warning system? Or what about patrol deployment there? Or what about crime analysis and strategy? A guide to policing the African American community. We review this and more. You've got to understand, for law enforcement, elected officials, leaders in the community, it takes a conscientious effort to strengthen the relationship between the Black community and law enforcement and address the many issues that are there. I am the Dr. Mullen Chris Herring.